Well, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, what about the Huntington Beach Band and Color Guard with Greg Bilbo? Wow. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to record a whole bunch of them. My wife and I just got one of those Amazon Echoes. And I found out that the Echo's name is Alexa, not Alexis. Anyway, good morning. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your patience. My name is Jim Gormley, and once again, I am privileged to be your master of ceremonies for this marvelous celebration of Memorial Day. Each year on Memorial Day, we honor military men and women who throughout our history have made the ultimate sacrifice in service to America. We remember these brave service members who courageously gave their lives to selflessly serve our nation and defend our freedom. As we remember those who made this ultimate sacrifice in service to our country and their families this Memorial Day, their dedication and selflessness should inspire us every day of the year. This Memorial Day offers us all the opportunity to thank those who gave their lives for our country by remembering and reflecting on this extraordinary legacy. And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise as the Huntington Beach Band and Color Guard perform our national anthem. Raise and arms. Order, arms! Please remain standing. The POW MIA empty chair is a physical symbol of the thousands of American POWs and MIAs still unaccounted for from all the wars and conflicts involving the United States of America. And now, Mike Ali of Huntington Beach Post 133 will place the POW MIA flag on the empty chair. Honor Guard, post. Please remain standing as we are led in the Pledge of Allegiance by Cadet NCOIC Sergeant Slater Van Wyn of Military Explorer Post 558.
Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Sergeant Van Wyn. Please remain standing now as we have our opening prayer led for us by Rabbi David Young. Rabbi Young, please.
In 1945, Rabbi Roland Gittleson, chaplain for the U.S. Marine Corps, delivered a stirring and moving eulogy for the dedication of the Marine Cemetery at Iwo Jima after one of the bloodiest conflicts of World War II. Intended to be delivered before all Protestant, Catholic, and Jewish Marines, Rabbi Gittleson was sadly faced with anti-Semitism that should not have been present among brothers who fought together for their shared nation. A stir arose that a rabbi should not deliver the eulogy for all of the troops. Protestant chaplain in charge, Warren Cuthriel, did not want to back down from his desire to hold a non-denominational, multi-faith service. But rather than force another fight upon these valiant soldiers, Rabbi Gittleson chose to hold a separate service for the Jewish Marines, all 70 of them. His eulogy was borrowed and copied by a Protestant minister in attendance and distributed to thousands of Marines in his regiment, many of whom sent their copies home to their families. Today, I'd like to share his closing words. May they serve as a reminder to all of us who hold memory sacred, no matter our faith, race, or political party. For today we mourn those from all of our nation's wars who gave the ultimate sacrifice so that we can all be Americans. Thus do we memorialize those who, having ceased living with us, now live within us. Thus do we consecrate ourselves, the living, to carry on the struggle they began. Too much blood has gone into this soil for us to let it lay barren. Too much pain and heartache have fertilized the earth on which we stand. We here solemnly swear this shall not be in vain. Out of this and from the suffering and sorrow of those who mourn this will come, we promise, the birth of a new freedom for the sons of Americans everywhere. Amen.
Thank you, Rabbi Young. Would you please be seated? I bet you thought you'd never hear that today, didn't you? Anyway. And I have the privilege, ladies and gentlemen, of bringing a real close friend of Huntington Beach to the microphone, our former mayor, Joe Karcher, and he is here on behalf of Assemblyman Travis Allen.
I've known the Colonel for years. He still can't get my name right.
What did I do? What's your name? Joseph. Joseph. I apologize to Joseph.
I'm honored here. First of all, thank you for having me. I'm honored to represent the Assemblyman from the 72nd District, Travis Allen. It's always an honor to speak on the subject of armed forces. It's especially humbling to stand here today and speak about the many American heroes we honor on this very special day. As a nation, we have always done a wonderful job of creating and building physical memorials. We can see and trace with our fingertips the engraved names of those in uniform who have given their lives in defense of our country. Memorial Day is an American special holiday, a single day unto itself during which we come together to honor the spirit of all those who have died in service of our nation and those whom we continue to remember and honor in our hearts, our minds, and our souls. We see many young men who perished with their ships in Pearl Harbor. We see the faces of Navy nurses who, through many wars and conflicts, provided care amongst chaos. We see the brave faces of those men and women who died in Vietnam and in Korea, whose sacrifices went unrecognized for many years because of the unpopularity of the conflict they found themselves in. We think about their family and friends, perhaps people we know, and we mark this very special day by celebrating their legacies while grieving their absence in our lives. President Kennedy once said, "A nation reveals itself not only by the men it produces, but also by the men it honors, the men it remembers." Today we honor servicemen and women equally, but the sentiment remains crystal clear. A key component of our nation's greatness lies in our ability to honor, appreciate, and cherish through our actions and our memories all those who died to ensure our freedom. Freedom has a price. Each generation pays its dues. Today is our day to say thank you to those who have paid so dearly with their lives. Thank you to their families, their friends, whose lives were forever changed, and to whom we owe an enormous debt for their sacrifice. Treat Memorial Day with reverence and respect, and others will follow your lead. I want to thank you for being here today to help celebrate the lives and legacies of those we lost. Lost but never forgotten, and always, always revered. God bless you all. God bless Huntington Beach, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Joseph. Now I have the distinct pleasure of introducing to you our current mayor of Huntington Beach, the wonderful Barbara Del Glaze.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. It's so great to see all of you out here today for this special occasion. As Mayor of Huntington Beach, I'd like to welcome you to our 111th Memorial Day ceremony. I thank you for attending. Sorry about that, just having a tough time. I'm honored to be speaking with you today on such a special occasion. Memorial Day means many things to different people. To some, it's the unofficial beginning of summer. To others, it's a day off work, time to go shopping, enjoy our wonderful beach, or simply enjoy our celebrated Southern California lifestyle. Today, as we enjoy our day, let us recognize the most important reason for Memorial Day: to honor and celebrate our most stalwart patriots, our service members who have made the ultimate sacrifice in honor of duty and country. The City of Huntington Beach receives many accolades, including Best City to Live In, Best Family Beach, by a reader survey in the Orange County Register, the Best 4th of July Parade. I'm proud to say the spirit of patriotism runs deep, strong, and true in our fair city. We are here today to honor our heroes, to remember their achievements and their courage and their dedication, to say thank you for their sacrifices. Thinking of the heroes who join us today, those who are here only in spirit, a person can't help but feel awed by their presence. We are in the midst of our honorable patriots and the family and friends who have nobly served. The servicemen we honor today came from all walks of life, but they shared several fundamental qualities. They possess courage, pride, determination, selflessness, dedication to duty, and integrity, all the qualities needed to serve a cause larger than oneself. They were ordinary people who responded in extraordinary ways in extreme times. We have had awarded medals to our soldiers, added names to monuments, named buildings for them to honor them for their bravery. But nothing can ever replace the hole left behind by a fallen service member. No number of medals and ribbons can truly comfort ones left behind. I'd like to ask the service members and the veterans who are here to stand or raise your hand, and thank you for answering your call of duty. Thank you for answering the call of duty. You have made our armed forces the most respected in the world. Now, I'd also like to ask family members of any service member to stand or raise your hand. We know you have lived through difficult times and bear the burden of keeping the fires burning at home. Thank you for what you've done and continue to do so. Memorial Day is the perfect time to renew our national spirit as we acknowledge our fallen heroes, our veterans, and our active military. We wish our active military a safe return home to their friends and loved ones. And just so noted, on December 28, 2000, President Clinton designated 3 p.m. in every time zone on Memorial Day, a national moment of remembrance. Please enjoy this Memorial Day and the time your family and friends as we start the summer of 2017. Have a safe summer. God bless you and your families, our troops, and God bless America. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, now I have the privilege to introduce our keynote speaker. And this is a real pleasure for me because our speaker today, first of all, is a Vietnam era veteran who served in the Army at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, and in Germany. After military service, he returned to school on the GI Bill and was an attorney and judge for over 40 years. The last 19 years of his career, he was in government service as a federal administrative law judge. For 13 years, he was chief administrative law judge with supervisory responsibility for his office and up to 13 other administrative judges. Our speaker today is a member of American Legion Post133, and in the post, he's my boss. Please welcome our commander, Jim Seiler. Jim, please.
Thank you. This Memorial Day has special significance because of two anniversaries. The first anniversary is the centennial of when the United States entered World War I. This was the war to end all wars, which did not end war. Our history and tradition as a country before and even after World War I was to have a small standing military. After World War I, we demobilized. When we were attacked in World War II, we had to mobilize and play catch up again. History, however, taught us a lesson. If we care about peace, we must stay strong in order to protect it. A strong military is necessary not only to stop attacks, but also to deter military threats. Too often, aggressors see freedom as weakness. Our armed forces remained in Germany and Japan after World War II to help rebuild those countries and to foster democracy. We still have armed forces in those countries today, and our military serves this country throughout the world to guarantee that freedom will continue to ring across America. Freedom and peace have never had a better friend than armed services. Over the last 2 weeks, or today, you've seen the wearing of the poppy. During the trench warfare in World War I, poppies were growing in many of the battlefields. The red color was associated with the blood of the soldiers who died in those fields. But every part of the poppy is symbolic. The yellow and black center signifies the mud and desolation of all battlefields. The green stem is symbolic of the forests, meadows, and fields where generations of Americans have perished to make this land free. The stem represents the courage and determination of our fallen warriors. On this special day, we honor and remember those who never came home. Ever since the beginning of this republic, we depended on those who would risk everything for freedom, liberty, and democracy. Freedom is not free. The price is paid by those who died loving their country. In 8 years of war, and over 25,000 patriots lost their lives in the Revolutionary War in order to form our country. For over 200 years, we've had to fight to preserve our freedoms. President Reagan asked the question, where do we find these heroes? He answered his own question by saying, these are ordinary people who accomplished extraordinary things. He went on to say, no arsenal, no weapon is so formidable as the will and moral courage of free men and free women. Today, we honor them by never forgetting our family members, our neighbors, and our friends who have given the ultimate sacrifice. We must never forget. The second anniversary this year is the 75th anniversary of Jimmy Doolittle's raid on Tokyo during World War II. The Jimmy Doolittle raid epitomizes the sacrifice and bravery of our veterans. 5-man crews climbed aboard 16 B-25 bombers. They knew they could not return to the aircraft carrier that they were taking off from. They would have to fly 2,300 miles through enemy territory to reach their target. Most considered it a suicide mission. If they were not shot down over Japan, they were hoping to land on primitive airstrips in friendly territory in China before running out of fuel. They were prepared to make the ultimate sacrifice for their country. 15 of the bombers crashed in China, and 1 landed in the Soviet Union. 8 of the airmen were held as prisoners of war, 3 were executed by the Japanese, and 1 died of disease in captivity. Today is a day to remember and give thanks for the valor of others. We should take a moment today to reflect on what we are doing with their legacy. The memorial for them is the nation we create from their sacrifices. I would like to recite the first 2 verses from the poem In Flanders Fields. This poem was written by a Canadian doctor who witnessed the gassing and the trench warfare in World War I. In Flanders fields, the poppies blow that marks our place, and in the sky the larks still bravely singing fly. The scarce heard amid the guns below, we are the dead. Short days ago we lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders fields. It has been my honor for me to speak to you today. Thank you for taking the time to show your gratitude and respect for those who have served. It is not the sacrifice of one veteran, but the sacrifice of all veterans in all wars that allow us to stand here today in freedom. America is the land of the free because it is the home of the brave. God bless America, and God bless our fallen heroes. Thank you.
Wow, thank you very much, Commander Jim. At this time, members of the City Council will place a memorial wreath in memory of our fellow citizens who gave their lives for our freedom. We will now have the roll call of those citizens of Huntington Beach who have died or are still missing in action in the wars that serve to preserve the freedom and the liberty that we enjoy, especially here in Huntington Beach. Members of the City Council will read a roll call list from each war of those Huntington Beach citizens who gave their lives so that we can be here today.
World War I, Joseph L. Rodman.
No answer.
Forrest B. Turner.
No answer.
World War II, Clayton E. Van Steinberg.
No answer.
Jack Montgomery.
No answer.
Edward Scott Ledecky.
No answer.
A.D. Ellis.
No answer.
Rivis L. Allen.
No answer.
Donald Winters.
No answer.
Clifford Overacker.
No answer.
James Malall.
No answer.
Peter Eichberg.
No answer.
From World War II, Gordon William Stafford.
No answer.
Charles Frederick McIntosh.
No answer.
Hugh William Kellerman.
No answer.
Billy Bates.
No answer.
James E. Zader.
No answer.
Robert D. Copeland.
No answer.
Charles Bowman.
No answer.
George W. Schaefer.
No answer.
Scott Braley Jr.
No answer.
Lauren B. Weidman.
No answer.
Edwin Galen Hassan Jr.
No answer.
World War II, Howard Bedford,
No answer.
David G. Roerig,
No answer.
Martin P. De La Cruz,
No answer.
Kenneth McIntosh,
No answer.
Edwin G. Burton,
No answer.
William Philip Henry Jr.,
No answer.
Leroy Derigo,
No answer.
Kazuo Masuda,
No answer.
Jack Devers,
No answer.
Frederick Joseph McCall,
No answer.
Cecil E. Bowles,
No answer.
George Tyler,
No answer.
Arden Allen Woodward,
No answer.
From the Korean War, Johnny Hughes,
No answer.
Claude Camel Casting,
No answer.
Raymond Alba,
No answer.
Greg R. Hiera,
No answer.
Dave T. Mahea,
No answer.
David R. Percor,
No answer.
Robert L. Zuver,
No answer.
Andrew Sanabanzi,
No answer.
Minor Pridemore,
No answer.
Raymond Mendoza,
No answer.
William Gardner Jones.
No answer.
Julian S. Arbones.
No answer.
Billy Walters Jr.
No answer.
William E. Moment.
No answer.
John William Dimer.
No answer.
John R. Atencio.
No answer.
Richard Sanchez Cruz.
No answer.
Antonio B. Villa.
No answer.
Alfred D. Oglesby.
No answer.
Donald C. Koss.
No answer.
Korean War, Benjamin Rubio,
No answer.
Thurman J. Chaston,
No answer.
John G. Ruiz,
No answer.
Salvador Mojica,
No answer.
Tomio Honda,
No answer.
Vietnam War, Terry Lee Quinn,
No answer.
Warren Dale Holman,
No answer.
Leland Patrick Finley,
No answer.
Mike Amadeus,
No answer.
Robert Wilkes West,
No answer.
From the Vietnam War, George Tallman,
No answer.
Joel Mitchell LaRoche,
No answer.
Michael D. Wallace,
No answer.
Zbigniew Joseph Dolenta,
No answer.
Ray Eugene Bradley,
No answer.
William Vasquez,
No answer.
Samuel Kent Culbertson,
No answer.
William Richard Grant,
No answer.
Joseph Francis Catt Jr.,
No answer.
Roger Vernon Inscore.
No answer.
Korean War continued. Arnold F. Lobo,
No answer.
Joseph Mendoza,
No answer.
Will T. Cross,
No answer.
James L. Avery,
No answer.
Frederick Cornell,
No answer.
Alfredo L. Martinez,
No answer.
William A. Ferris,
No answer.
Lauren Rylance,
No answer.
Thomas P. Vega,
No answer.
Adolfo Monteverde,
No answer.
Vietnam War. Terry Lee Tebbets,
No answer.
Lawrence Bradford Forrester,
No answer.
Sam Gary Cordova,
No answer.
Paul R. Ross,
No answer.
Manuel R. Denton,
No answer.
Jimmy Lee Malellan,
No answer.
Dale Frank Fleischman Jr.,
No answer.
Iraq War. Marcus S. Glimpse,
No answer.
William C. James,
No answer.
Nathan Winson,
No answer. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to retrieve the POW MIA flag from the empty chair honor guard post. Because I'm the master of ceremonies, I have an opportunity to say something pertaining to Memorial Day. This is one of the greatest days of the year for the United States of America. When we look around and see what we have, and we look across our great nation and see what's there and realize that all of this is available to us because we have remained strong and we have not shied away from fighting for that in which we believe. Certainly our freedom comes at a cost. And certainly there are many things that need financial assistance in our nation. And I may be preaching to the choir here, but without spending the treasure on our strength, we won't need to worry about those other things because they will in time belong to someone else with a different flag. I don't know how many of you ever played King of the Mountain when you were kids. We used to play it all the time. The United States of America is King of the Mountain. Everybody in this country is part of that kingdom. Everybody in this country has a position on the top of that mountain. And everybody in the world outside of this country that's got a rifle will like to knock us off of our position on the top of that mountain. And ladies and gentlemen, we cannot let that happen. We are here today to honor those who truly believed that we cannot let that happen. And they believed it so hard that they died to keep us on the top of the mountain. And as I say to you every time I have this privilege, ladies and gentlemen, freedom is not free. Please stand now for our closing prayer, to be led for us by Pastor Bob Ewing. Pastor Ewing, please.
Would you all bow with me, please? Gracious God and Father of us all, as we have gathered here today, we thank you for the reminder that our freedoms and our way of life have come at a great cost. The lives of men and women who thought not of themselves, but of others, and paid the ultimate sacrifice. We've also been reminded that there are still men and women who are serving and walking into danger even today. Bless them with safety and protection. Grant their leaders wisdom and guidance as they lead in protecting not just our great nation, but others as well. And Father, as we leave this place, we pledge three things. We pledge that we will not forget those who are no longer with us, nor those who are serving still. That we will never take the freedoms that have been bought with blood and sacrifice for granted. And lastly, that we will follow the example of others who answered the call to serve when necessary. Lastly, I ask for peace and for comfort upon the families of ones who have given their lives, and the same for those who have family members serving today. Grant us safety and peace as we leave this place today. In your most holy name I pray. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for our final salute, rendered by our own American Legion Post133 Honor Guard, to be followed by taps. Honor Guard. Please look to the sky for a flyover by our own Huntington Beach Police Department Aero Bureau.